Hey, welcome to my video. And I just want to talk about something today, which is black nationalism and black nationalists. And I guess these bread tube spaces or people in the proximity of those bread tube spaces. I just want to say that a lot of people that you see or you think that are black nationalists, they're not black nationalists. What even is black nationalism? Well, funny enough, um, if you've been on this channel not knowing what black nationalism is, that's crazy, because the hashtags and the times that I've made it open I'm a black nationalist, it's crazy that you don't even know what black nationalism is. But uh let's get to the explanation. Black nationalism is a type of nationalism or pan-nationalism that espouses the belief that black people are a race and seeks to develop and maintain a black racial and national identity. Now, that's the Wikipedia definition. And what people should understand is that the Wikipedia reference, the number one here, basically links you to Brit Antica. I don't know how to say it. Look, Brit Antica. Antica. So when you go on Wikipedia, that's where they seemingly get their definition from, their idea of black nationalism from. To me, Wikipedia, when it comes to the definition of black nationalism, is not the official definition of black nationalism to me. To me, black nationalism is black sovereignty, black autonomy, black independence, having a particular existence outside of every other society, and black people being their own thing. So a way that we black people can express how we are our own thing is just by making it clear that we're black. We're not white. We're not Asian. We are black. And we take pride in the fact that we're black. We express the fact that many of us are dark skin, brown skin, any, complexion that we have. We express that we come from a certain lineage, ancestry, heritage. We have no shame in that. We have our own culture, all that stuff, and we like to maintain and preserve that because it makes up of who we really are as people. And, we just want to maintain our existence as a people. To me, it's self-determination. We have the right to be who we want to be. We have the right to live the way we want to live. Some people don't get self-determination, but self-determination can literally just be us wearing certain clothing, speaking a certain language, and practicing certain values. Like, if people don't comprehend self-determination, it's because they thinking about it in a different way and they think that's being misappropriated. But in all honesty, the people that pretty much say that are folks who just don't get it, and they oppose black liberation. So what makes me feel that people are not black nationalists? For one, it's the proximity to whiteness. It's the proximity to white people. And it seems that they are more of white allies than they are an ally to their own people. So they don't necessarily build up spaces to uplift their people, or they don't seem to be focused on their people. It just seems that they're focused on basically like universal things. Like, they're focused on trying to help everybody in this space but not help out their people first. And it's weird that a black nationalist will identify as a black nationalist, but they're always in white spaces. They're always trying to talk to white people, but they're never necessarily platforming other black people. They're not trying to connect black people to any platform that can help them grow. They're not trying to build up black folks. And it's just weird, right? Like, if you have a bunch of black nationalists in the space, then there should be a space for black people to just be there and, chill and learn and to socialize and to actually engage with their own kind. It's why I get upset at black leftists when it comes to the Vosh situation, because these black leftists present themselves as black nationalists, but yet they're not focused on trying to uplift and build a space for black people. They're not, focused on trying to platform black folks. All they're doing is just crapping on Vosh, and that's it. It's pretty much disrespectful to the politics that a lot of people have, as it's basically black pride, black power, black love, black empowerment. Shitting on Vosh is not necessarily black empowerment. It's just fucking dunking and just performative activism in a sense at many times, because nobody really cares about, the black people that have been harmed. All they care about is crapping on Vosh and making him look dumb.
We've tried that and it didn't work, right? We've tried for my entire lifetime, my parents' entire lifetime, their parents' entire lifetime, and their parents' entire lifetime, and the lifetime of the parents before that who were slaves. So, yeah, no, appeasing the white working class isn't working. We can we can speak to the class interests of the white working class just as we would for any other member of the working class in the United States.
And I feel like fundamentally you are somebody who have strength, but your strength will be forever dampened because you're like Rock Lee with the weights, and the weights is literally Vosh weighing you down. You can stand on your own square.
You're saying that what's holding me down is the time that I don't take the 2 seconds to right click on a few Discord servers and click leave.
No. What's holding you down is the fact that you don't know how to leave and abandon them spaces and just don't look the fuck back. And any black person who's trying to justify why they are inhabited by breathing in those spaces are also holding you back as well. That's what I'm trying to say.
You have seen my tweets. If you have seen my content, it's just weird that you never from that reached out to me until now that I called you out on Twitter. It's just that I want you to understand from my perspective that the behavior to me throws me off. Now, other people, what they're doing, I'm not asking you to speak for them. I'm not asking you to speak for Vosh. You can criticize Vosh all you want. Criticizing Vosh is not satisfying me. It's the fact that if you are in disapproval of what Vosh does, and you are a black nationalist, and you believe in the core tenets of black nationalism, why are you in someone's space, a white person's space, who slanders Garvey, slanders black nationalism, slanders black separatism, does all this harmful shit, anti-black shit, ban black people, has like harassed black people, has like gaslight black people, all that stuff. You're still here surrounding yourself with that person.
This one coming in from Daniel D says, Rob, regarding your withdrawal from Afghanistan, do you believe
those institutions?
This is your fault.
Is this good? This is the answer y'all wanted?
No, Rob, we're fine.
Would you like me to finish?
I didn't hear a mention of the details of that plan and how it would have saved lives or not. So I asked when you were going to answer the question instead of ranting on the same thing you have been, and you said you would, and you didn't.
What does that say about you in that situation from what I'm looking at? What is that? What does that mean about this person? Does that not bother you to say, I don't want to associate with that person? Like, if I saw Vosh, if I was you, for placement with you, if I was in your shoes and I saw Vosh come in the panel and I was there, I look at everybody like, the fuck is he doing here? Like, I don't like that dude. I make it known I don't like him. I'm not here to argue with him, man. I'm just gonna tell him I don't like you. Nope, I don't like you. What you did to my people, unacceptable. Don't fuck with it. Nope. Don't care. Like, I'm unapologetic. If you here for your people, this would not be tolerated. It just wouldn't be tolerated. Because slandering like our people, slandering like ideas and not comprehending the context of our point of view and philosophy, all that, never talking about black nationalism on their channel, because I had demands. Like, I wasn't here to say I'm going to debate Vosh and then, get out there and then come on a panel to say Vosh made fun of me. Like, no, I had demands because I've been the one who told people, and people are saying it now. But the funny thing is, nobody's giving me credit.
Like, a lot of y'all really aren't black nationalists. You take the aesthetic, you take the idea, and you use it for your platform to make yourself look revolutionary, but you're not revolutionary. And about Carr, we'll make this clear to you guys. We are black nationalists. We have pride in our people. We have pride in ourselves. We embrace ourselves. We embrace our existence and who we are, okay? And we love our people. So one of the things that we do as black nationalists is express and showcase black pride. So Carr came at me and tried to make it some sort of issue that I posted this black girl in a bikini on my Twitter. Now, here's the thing that's funny about that. Women posting themselves on social media, it is supporting them and their energy and body positivity and showcasing basically positive representation that you as a human being can be celebrated and loved, and we support your confidence. But cars started as porn because for him, he doesn't think like that. This guy's supposed to be a black nationalist with the red, black, and green, but can't even find me retweeting a black girl on my Twitter as a good thing. Now that's funny. That's funny because he sees it as porn. So you're going to be surprised that me, pro-black person, black nationalist, is posting black women on their feed? Are you serious? You're surprised?
Honor, I'm trying to establish to the court that my client is a proud black man who loves his black sisters.
Let's now start talking about Professor Flowers. There's one thing I want to say about Professor Flowers, all right? Let me just say that you're going to catch Professor Flowers around white people and white spaces more than you're going to catch Professor Flowers among her own kind, okay? Professor Flowers is not an ally of ours, and this is nothing new, okay? People was coming at Garvey, all right? Let me read something from Garvey to show you what I mean. You may be kind of shocked about the title. W.E.B. Du Bois as a hater of dark people. Yeah, W.E.B. and Marcus Garvey were not seeing eye to eye. So I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to read the particular section, okay? You ready? He has absolutely no respect and regard for independent Negro effort, but that which is supported by white charity and philanthropy. And why so? Because he himself was educated by charity and kept by philanthropy. He got his education by charity, and now he is occupying a position in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and it is felt that his salary is also paid by the funds that are gathered in from the charity and philanthropy of white people. This soft carpet idea is going to be the undoing of W.E.B. Du Bois. He likes too much the luxurious home and soft carpets. That is why he is naturally attracted to white folks, because they have a lot of this. But if he were in Georgia or Alabama, he would be stepping on the carpets of paradise. So what this is saying is that W.E.B. Du Bois did not respect the effort of black people to become independent and sovereign, and that W.E.B. has self-internalized hatred of dark-skinned people and seemingly cherished the white parts of himself over the dark-skinned and black parts of himself. Now, when it comes to the black leftists, their proximity to white people and breadtube is very concerning and weird, seeing that their own people are pretty much put to the wayside, put as a secondary, put as insignificant, and only tokenized for conversations to make it seem as if this space is progressive. It's weird that these black nationalists are not trying to create a space for their own people, for themselves, but they're more worried about and trying to fit in and gain the approval of white people. When I say approval, I don't necessarily mean them agreeing with them, but them being on their side and liking them. Because next time, question, why is it that this black nationalist is always around white people? Why are they always in these panels with other white folks, right? Who are they a friend to? Are they a friend to their community? Are they a friend to their people? Can the average black person get platformed by them? Because I'm not seeing it. So, if this is the case, who are they a friend to? Because let's make it clear, not all skin folk are kinfolk. So I'm going to read another, writing by Garvey. Climbing Upward, August 19, 1922, from the Negro World. All right? And this is going to be very, very important because it's going to basically fall into the next point that I want to make about these people. I'm going to read all of it. We're going to read some parts, okay? Now, I am willing to be classified as the greatest fool in the world. I am willing to be classified as the greatest idiot in America. I am willing to be classified as an impossible man. If, after we compare the work of Marcus Garvey with W.E.B. Du Bois and Weldon Johnson, with Pickens and Chandler Owen and Randolph, Garvey cannot show accomplishment for accomplishment on a par with the achievement of the other men. Now, let us ask what they have done. We all have lived in New York for the last 5 years. Du Bois lived at first out in Brooklyn, and now he lives at Edgecombe Avenue. Johnson has been living here for the last 5 years. Now I'm willing to stand in comparison in the way of achievement with these gentlemen, this minute or tomorrow morning. Let us ask Du Bois what he has done for the Negro people in his immediate vicinity. Let us ask Johnson what he has done for the Negro people in his own community. Let us ask Pickens what he has done for the Negro people in his own immediate vicinity. Let us ask Owens and Randolph the same question, and let them ask me the same question. And I will tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock take you to 56 West 135th Street and show you between 70 and 80 Negro men and women employed. Then I will take you to the various enterprises in Harlem controlled by the UNIA. And I will there show you hundreds of Negro men and women employed in these enterprises, at grocery stores, laundry, hotel, printing establishments, etc. I will also show you property owned by the thousands of dollars, all the result of our work in 3 years. And if you say we cannot be measured by what has been done in the immediate community, I will take you to the other parts of America, and I will show you a duplication of the same thing as in New York. Now, if these men can show me where they employ 50, they employ 100, or 1,000 Negro men and women, then I'm willing to say that I'm a big fool, that I'm willing to say that I am an idiot, and hand the palm over to Pickens and Company. But my friends, what have they done? They have been talking for the last 10 years, and you've had to pay for their talk. They have been writing for the last 10 years. You have to buy their trash for 10 and 15 cents every month. That is all their agitation amounts to. Can any race be saved that way? Every student of political science, every student of political economy, every student of economics knows that the race can only be saved through a solid industrial foundation, that the race can only be saved through political independence. Take away industry from a race, take away political freedom from a race, and you have a slave race. As you can see from all of that, Garvey's basically saying, what have these people done for you guys? What have these people actually done to help improve your conditions? And the audience is saying they have done nothing. Garvey is saying that I got people employed, I got people jobs, I'm getting people opportunities. These people have seemingly not done that, but yet they write and they talk, and you guys are putting your money into all of that for nothing to come out of it. So when we're looking at these black leftists, what have they done to improve and address the issues of this space when it comes to anti-blackness? They haven't done anything. All they do is make videos, go on panels, and then move on and make more content. They're not doing anything. There are black content creators that provide a very nuanced and interesting perspective that can help people learn more. We can promote and we can uplift and empower those black content creators in the space to where we can build a space for ourselves, to where we can platform ourselves, to where we can have our perspective acknowledged and not suppressed. These black leftists has not advocated for the interests of black people, as they may pretend because they're the black people in this space, so they're tokens of this space. They're not advocating for the interests of their own people in this environment, in this community. They're just tokens who just fill spaces to present and provide this illusion of progression and diversity, when in all honesty, this space is still anti-black. We're not going to be fooled by that. I'm going to read one more Marcus Garvey writing, and it's from The Handwriting is on the Wall, and it's from September 10th, 1921. Again, I'm not going to read everything, we're just going to read one part from this writing. Okay? No chance, no opportunity is given to us to prove our fitness to govern, to dominate in our own behalf. They impute so many bad things against Haiti and against Liberia that they themselves circumvented Liberia so as to make it impossible for us to demonstrate our ability for self-government. Why not be honest? Why not be straightforward? Having desired the highest development as they avowed and professed of the Negro, why not give him a fair chance, an opportunity to prove his capacity for governing? What better chance ever offered itself for trying out the higher ability of Negroes to govern themselves than to have given those territories to the civilized Negroes, and thus give them a trial to exercise themselves in a proper system of government? Because of their desire to keep us down, because of their desires to keep us apart, they refuse to give us a chance. The chance that they did give us is the chance that we are going to take. Hence tonight, before I take my seat, I will move to resolution. And I think it is befitting at this time to pass such a resolution, as I will move so that the League of Nations and the Supreme Council of the Nations will understand that Negroes are not asleep, that Negroes are not false to themselves, that Negroes are wide awake, and that Negroes intend to take a serious part in the future government of this world, that God Almighty created him and placed him in it. This world owes us a place, and we are going to occupy that place. We have a right to a large part in the political horizon, and I say to you that we are preparing to occupy that part. Go back to your respective corners of the earth and preach the real doctrine of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, the universal emancipation for Negroes, the doctrine of a free and a redeemed Africa. Now I'm about to read the part that was before the part I just read, so you can get more context. I have before me the decision of the League of Nations. Immediately after a war, a council of the League of Nations was called, and at the council they decided that the territories west from Germany and West Africa, taken from her during the conflict, should be divided between France and England. 608,000 square miles without even asking the civilized Negroes of the world what disposition shall be made of their own homeland, of their own country. An insult was hurled at the civilized Negroes of the world when they thus took upon themselves the right to parcel and apportion as they pleased 608,000 square miles of our own land, for we never gave it up. We never sold it. It is still ours. They parceled out between these two nations, England and France, gave away our property without even consulting us. We are aggrieved. We desire to serve notice on civilization and on the world that 400 million Negroes are aggrieved. As I just read all of that, let me just tell you that one big part was missing. The most important part when it comes to being a black nationalist. And that is advocacy for sovereignty for black people. When have these self-identified black nationalists made it a priority on their platforms to advocate for black sovereignty? In any kind, politically, economics, anything. When have they done that? What video have they made? What thread and tweet have they made for that? I've seen none. These are black nationalists? I don't believe they're black nationalists. They don't do any black nationalist thing. It's just an aesthetic to them from my perspective. I'm going to tell you right now, these black nationalists are going to drop the label once they become bored of it. The black nationalist label has become popular since the Vosh and Dia Angel debate, at least in these spaces. Many people are not identifying and adopting the label because they sincerely believe in black autonomy. They're taking the label as a way to express how they're against the stuff within this space in a weird way. They don't really believe in black ownership, black autonomy, and black independence. And I will tell you why. If you ever say certain things in this space, and I'm not going to say those certain things, these black nationalists, quote unquote, will be against you and drop you in the drop of a hat. Let me add something when it comes to why they're also taking the black nationalist label. It's because they have a very milquetoast, watered down idea of black nationalism as something that is non-threatening to white supremacy and white hegemony. It just means to them black empowerment. And like, I guess that's really it. Like a very watered down idea of black empowerment. Like it's just being pro-black to them. But it's nothing revolutionary, which is what black nationalism is supposed to be for us. Like, let me show you a clip of Malcolm X telling you his black nationalist philosophy.
My personal political philosophy, black nationalism, which means that the black man should control the politics of his own community and control the politicians who are in his own community. My personal economic philosophy is also black nationalism, which means that the black man should have a hand in controlling the economy of the so-called Negro community. He should be developing the type of knowledge that will enable him to own and operate the businesses and thereby be able to create employment for his own people, for his own kind. And the social philosophy also is black nationalism, which means that instead of the black man trying to force himself into the society of the white man, we should be trying to eliminate from our own society the ills and the defects and make ourselves likable and sociable among our own kind.
Political philosophy is black nationalism, where he wants the black people in the community to own and control their own politicians of their own community. And his economic philosophy is black nationalism, where he wants black people to create the knowledge to where they can basically operate the businesses and create employment for their own people. And what the fuck are the black leftists who identify as black nationalists doing to advocate for that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So yes, I always wonder, like, how you're a black nationalist. I always question how you're a black nationalist. People are taking the label and they're watering it down. So, it's just, to me, it's disrespectful. Because these are the people that are going to be in the panels. These are the people that are going to be, the face and the representatives of us. And to me, it's like, it just gives all vibes to control the opposition. So, y'all can stop trying to recommend me, suggest me Professor Flowers content. And y'all can try to stop trying to tell me I don't know how she's erased from the conversation. When you literally got this.
Because at the end of the day, like, Scorpio and me intimately documented this. Intimately made that shit public so everyone can see it. And yet everyone walks away, oh, Vosh said something bad about black nationalism. Oh, Vosh said the N-word. No, it's more to it than that. There's more people that he's disparaging. There's more people he's fucking over. And the fact that you're deliberately leaving me and Scorpio out of it, despite talking about this topic, is erasure. Like, we ain't gotta be, like, hold on, let me pause Cookie Kawaii, which is a fucking sin in my space. Like, let's be fucking real. We ain't gotta be fucking friends for revolution. Let me restate this. This is something I found from Twitter. We ain't gotta be fucking friends. We ain't gotta be anime buddies. We ain't gotta be the motherfucking, we ain't gotta be nothing. We ain't gotta be none of that for revolution. We ain't gotta be none of that to educate people. I'm sorry. I don't know what metric y'all, but you know what brought them to my platform? This did. You on Twitter linking the video in, like, you can literally go to your Twitter. You were linking the video in, and I would sit there and do all that work, but I'm thinking about it like you're causing me to do more labor. I have to do more labor, take more time out of my life to work on this. And this is what you don't understand. You are a larger content creator. You are a larger content creator. You get paid for your platform. I don't. That's what you don't understand. Like, we are in two totally different categories. Look at me and look at you. For you to be this dismissive as a pro-black, black nationalist, this shit is fucking disingenuous. It's fucking disingenuous and it's blatant erasure. We ain't gotta be anime buddies to get this shit going. We ain't gotta be anime friends to make shit happen. I don't know where the fuck you reading your shit from, but it's wrong. Right? That's why I said what I said. This is what I mean by the black Eurocentric left. You're dismissing all the claims. Right? If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. This is why I'm calling you in. This is why I said calling you in was all nothing. Because that's weird. That's weird. That's weird anti-black shit that y'all be on. Like, y'all literally play things in a certain way to make it to obfuscate what y'all are doing and what's going on with y'all, right? That's why you said, oh, I'm not saying if you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. I generally don't understand why you expect me to upload, why you expect it to upload the debate. I just don't understand why you expect it to upload the debate and I have Vosh fans attack you. Also, there's something you would like for me to do to help with Vosh fans. Like, to me, like, this is disingenuous. Like, I've been told you about what you can do, right? I've been told you what you could have did. Like, you could have gave me credit, made awareness about who I am as a smaller content creator, what my platform is for, the work I have done, but you chose not to do that. You actively chose not to, because you also mentioned in a later tweet that I quote unquote trash talk your friends. So you consciously know. You're just making up excuses. Like I said, like you're telling me if I can't take the heat, don't step in the kitchen. But to me, I know Vosh fans are going to attack me. What I didn't know is that somebody associated with Necromancer, Jupiter, and all the other fucking Eurocentric leftists, who are actual black people, I will presume, are sending Voshites my fucking way. You're weaponizing a hostile fucking fan base and sending them to a smaller content creator. That's what you don't understand. That's what I'm trying to make clear to you. I can't convey that shit over fucking 200 characters. That's why I was trying to call you in, even though I knew it was a bad thing. Right? So would you like for me to upload the mirror myself and you unlist yours until the heat blows over. Like, you're not worried about what the fuck occurred to me. You're not worried about how I'm affected by this. You're worried about, what you're more so worried about is the ability to have access to this video. If you truly felt that way, you could have just uploaded the video on your own terms. Rather, you downloaded my video, or you went to his VODs, which is linked in my video. I literally have his VOD linked in my video. Like, it's crazy. Like, I literally sourced the shit. Like, the source to his VOD is literally in the video. You could have went to the VOD and did it yourself, or uploaded it on your own without seeing that, if you really felt like this, right? That's why I said, I would like some fucking credit for my unpaid labor. You fucking grifter. You get paid for this. I don't. You get paid as a content creator to talk about politics, to have political discussion, to do those weirdo videos where you react to white rappers, right? You get paid. I don't. Do not get compensated for any labor I do in regards to black nationalism and black politics. Don't. But I do work. I have done work that you actively ignore on purpose. Right? Because you didn't even go over my platform.
Y'all can try to run and erase me from the conversation, but it ain't gonna keep working, because one day people are gonna start noticing that this guy named Scorpio, everything traces back to him. Like, Professor Flowers even did it.
On Twitter the other day, that disturbed me. And I feel like it would be better if I made a quick video on it, rather than keep on trying to tweet at the problem.
Professor Flowers, who went on Talk Divorce about black nationalism, also doesn't even include me because I talk shit about her friends. Her friends who defend anti-blackness, but want a virtue signal going at Voss as if they're fucking social justice warriors. Y'all ain't no warriors. Y'all cowards. Y'all do this for clout. Another thing I want to bring up, and I mentioned it earlier, and that's red, black, and green. The red, black, and green colors that these people use is disrespectful to me. Because after reading Garvey, for one, Garvey created those colors. Garvey created that flag, okay? Those colors that you see is the UNIA flag. That flag and those colors represent black liberation, black autonomy, and black independence. So that flag that you use is a black nationalist flag. And it is a flag for us to be independent, for us to have our own existence outside of every other society other than black society. It is for us. Black unity, black power, black love, black sovereignty. For us to be our own thing and to be proud of ourselves and to fight for each other. So when I see the colors being used by people who do not represent that, I feel offended. Because those colors, that flag, is supposed to be something for black people to be sovereign, for black people to be independent, for black people to be empowered. So if you have that color, if those colors, if you're using that flag and you're not fighting for black folks, and you're not empowering black folks, and you're not trying to make a space for black folks, you're not pushing black pride, you're not embracing your blackness, you're not loving your people, then you're a performer. You're performing for people. You're performing for a crowd. This is an aesthetic to you. It's not a lifestyle. It's nothing to you. You don't believe in it. Don't even use it. Drop it. Stop pretending. You don't get it. You're just on the trend. And understand that Marcus Garvey made this flag. Okay? He designed this flag, made this flag for the Universal Negro Improvement Association. So if you're someone who doesn't respect Garvey, doesn't care about Garvey or any of that stuff, don't even use the colors. Don't even use the flag. Stay away from it fully. Stop pretending, okay? You're not here for any of those things. You're not even an ally to your own people, so don't even use it. Like, understand that if you see that flag outside of a building, that means that the person who has that flag there is someone who is fighting for the liberation of black people. Someone who believes that black people should be independent and sovereign, that they should be able to be self-governed, that you're fighting for your people, that this is a place for your people to come to, that this place, that this environment supports your people, that they will empower your people, that they will put your people first. If that's not the case, then that person is performer. It's performative. if it's other than anything that I just said. And one more thing, last thing I'm going to bring up before I just end the video, okay? So, I want to address what Carr said earlier. His whole text message in which he was saying all this stuff. Fun fact. Carr knew he was going to potentially be recorded. Then he complains that he was streamed. Ridiculous. Now, I'm not necessarily mad that he probably felt a certain way. It's just more about the fact that you made this a bigger deal when we know what you were saying before. Don't mislead folks. This person left a Bantu server, but they ain't leaving Vasha server, so we know how they can leave servers. They don't choose, but they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. That's all, really. A bunch of y'all not really black nationalists. Y'all can stop pretending. Even that white person that told me they're a black nationalist, you're not a black nationalist, sir. You're not a black nationalist. And let me just make it clear. Make it clear. All you black people that was like basically making this watered down, this is what you caused to happen. You made an opening for white people to try to co-opt black nationalism. See, you guys ain't pro-black. Look what you do. I don't care about white people's comfortability. That is not my priority, okay? White people already have the whole world to make themselves feel comfortable. Okay? What else do they need? They need a lollipop? Enjoy your day, and I'm out. And make sure that you educate yourself and continually improve on who you are. Make yourself the best person you can be, and make sure that you are the greatest thing that you were able to become.
The part that kills me is these motherfuckers think they're steering the ship. They really, they did not see the defeat of Bernie Sanders. They really think that they are calling the shots here. From the George Floyd protest to every fucking thing else I've been seeing, these motherfuckers really are trying to co-opt everything and shut us out. No negotiation of terms. No, real dialogue about what we should do as a collective in exchange for each other. All this is that they're trying to replace our shit. Everything we set up, they get involved, and then somehow they twist it. How is this shit beneficial to us? Why should we align with the left? I get it. The right are our enemies. They make it obvious. But the left are our enemies too. And they make it obvious. We just gotta see the shit for what it truly is. There will be no solidarity because they don't want solidarity. They simply want power, and we are a stepping stool to power for them. That's it.
Coming to theaters.
I'm a man. Nostalgia feels like beautiful symphony. Synchronizing with the peers, continue spark epiphanies. Emphasizing individuals proper to affinity. If it is sentimental, then that's the epitome. Pinnacle is the question I risk you at your dignity. Opposite, spots be the apocalypse. Correlated, demonstrated greatest. Brothers.